Good afternoon. We had a pretty good first day. Had the jury seated, opening statements, and the first witness. So, as with yesterday, trial is a pretty time-intensive process, so we're going to have to get back to preparations for tomorrow. But wanted to just come out here for a few minutes if you guys had any questions.
Yeah, Mr. Politori, how do you explain comments quoted by the prosecution such as, "No one touch him, he's mine, and if you guys try to take me down, I'll take you down"?
Lies.
Simple as that?
Yep, absolutely.
Why would they lie?
Did you listen to my opening?
I just want you to say it out here.
They lied. The whole theme of our opening, the theme of our case, that this is not a murder, this is a mutiny. This is a group of young, disgruntled sailors that didn't like being told that they were cowards, and so they decided to conspire to take down the chief. They made up a story, and that's why we're here.
What's the significance of the rooftop bar?
The significance of the rooftop bar goes to Lieutenant McNeil's credibility. He's talking about what's professional and appropriate as the officer, and yet as the officer, he's spending his nights drinking with all the mutineers.
You don't think it says something about the culture of the platoon on this deployment?
No. I think that the fact that this one officer chose to spend his nights getting drunk with the junior enlisted as opposed to spending it with the chief or the fellow officers, I think that speaks more to his credibility and where his loyalties lie. When you combine that with the fact of how many hours he spent with the prosecution preparing and the fact that he refused to even speak to us before coming in, I think that shows his bias.
The prosecutor said they have an eyewitness account that a SEAL saw Eddie Gallagher stab that soldier. You say there's no eyewitness account.
No, they have 3 different people that are going to come in here and claim that they saw that. And all 3 people are going to tell it in completely different fashions, and then other people are going to say that they were there and they never saw any of it.
There's no credible eyewitness
No,
account.
there's no credible. Right.
How's Chief Gallagher doing?
Good.
You've got one down and 7 other guys that's basically going to say the story. Is it the same story? Is that the way you feel?
What's that?
The witnesses.
The witnesses. I mean, look, each one of these witnesses is going to come in and tell their own individual story, and we're going to have to go through each one of them, expose each one of them for lying.
Are you concerned that some of them might change their story?
Sure. You go from the first time that they spoke to NCIS to the second time to when they spoke to prosecutors. I've got, from some of these witnesses, several different stories, and I'm curious to see which version they tell when they come in here.
How difficult is it to convince a jury of service members that Navy SEALs, a group of Navy SEALs, are all telling lies? That a group that esteemed by the public is telling lies?
Well, I think that a military panel is perfectly suited for this because they certainly understand the culture much better, and they understand. They'll see this, especially once they read through all the text messages of these guys planning their stories, these guys, one threatening the others not to change their stories. I don't think it'll be that tough of a hill to climb.
You've got a panel here that's got a lot of combat action ribbons, a lot of experience.
Yes.
That could break both ways. Are you comfortable with them? How do you think they'll interpret this?
I am comfortable. I'm very comfortable with this panel.
In your opening statement, you mentioned additional video. Can you tell us anything more about that additional video, where it's coming from, or?
Not yet.
Why would so many SEALs risk their own careers to lie in court about Chief Eddie Gallagher?
Well, we're not talking about, when you say so many, we're talking about a small core group of friends that they're the ones that are lying and trying to drag everybody else down with them. So, and a lot of that is because they went in, they lied to NCIS, and then once they got locked into the lie, if you lie to NCIS, that's a crime. So you got to carry it through all the way to the end.
Are you concerned, sir, about the damage that you calling 3 Navy SEALs liars in court, the damage that does to the Navy SEALs as an institution?
I think the bigger damage to the Navy SEALs as an institution is taking one of their top warriors, a 19-year veteran like Chief Gallagher, and charging him with a murder he didn't commit. You know, when we send these guys out, they expect us to have their back. And when they're out there fighting this fight, they shouldn't be worried about NCIS, their subordinates, or prosecutors then second-guessing everything and bringing them up on charges. All he did was go out to protect all of us. And as a result, he's now facing murder charges.
During cross-examination, you suggested that other members of the platoon had taken individual photos with this dead fighter. Do you have photos of other individuals posing with him?
We will see.
What about can you speak lastly about the impact or lack of impact either way of the photo with Chief Gallagher holding the hair of the militant?
I think that photo it's not evidence of a murder, because if you look closely, you'll see that there is no blood. You know, as I discussed in the opening, there's no blood on the knife, there's no blood on his hands or his arms. That photo is completely inconsistent with the story that they're telling.
Last question.
Yeah. One more and then we gotta get back to work.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.